And we are back with another fine, fun episode of us.
Of us, the EDC Hour. This is episode number 61.
I thought it's 62, no?
Why is my other thing? I thought I muted it. Sorry.
62? 61?
62. Episode 62. What am I thinking? I can't even read. Yeah, StreamYard changed its interface a little bit, so there's extra button to push, stuff like that to get us started. So
Very nice.
All right. So we were going to talk about Halloween stuff, and Alex has his jack-o'-lantern there behind his shoulder, which is fitting for today.
My jack-o'-lantern watch.
Oh, smack. I didn't get that fancy. I have a jack-o'-lantern somewhere that's packed away from last Halloween. I'll bring it out like maybe in a couple days and put it on the front porch, and then that's about it. I usually leave the lights off and don't pass out candy. I'm that guy. Get off my lawn. Like I'm that guy. I own it though, so it's okay. Yeah, my neighborhood and stuff, they don't really do that. I didn't see a lot of that going on last year. I've only been here for a year.
That's been the ongoing thing for a few years now. I've noticed, because I do, I have a little 7-year-old, so I do take her out, or have been taking her out. And last 2 years were especially dry in the neighborhood, So this year I kind of saw, I think it's going to be the same thing as last year. There'll be some people, but not many, not everybody like before,
Right. Well, and a lot of places are doing at the mall, or they're doing it at the church, and they bring all the people together and they, do a trunk and treat thing. I've seen that happening a lot. And
I got that going on my daughter's school on Thursday night, actually, the trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're fun, man.
Those are more fun. It's people that you know and stuff like that. And it's maybe
it's like a Halloween. It's like a Halloween tailgate party.
It's like a Halloween tailgate party, right? So yeah. I think that's cool. Luck Knives, Marco, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys? You're Paul.
So I think that's, that's a cool way to do it. You're not just roaming the random neighborhoods and stuff like that, like we did when we were kids.
Right.
Dude, we just were gone. Sometimes our parents would drop us off. We lived on a really steep hill, so we'd drive down a little bit to the flat area, and they just drop us off, and they'd come pick us up in a few hours.
Yeah, kind of similar upbringing too, it was a little more laxed. And I mean, dude, so I lived in a condominium with my family, when I was in early elementary school. And and then condos aren't big, right? They're 2.5 bedrooms, that sort of thing. And then so my neighbor actually used to build walls into his front door, so you walk into his condo. He made a little maze with stuff. And everybody did that. Some of the other condos would do their garage, where they make their garage, and all the kids go through, and some of their family members be dressed up whatever, jumping at you and stuff.
Right.
So as a kid, I found Halloween a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that holiday a lot. The candy was great, Then
right.
When you get into high school or your teens, then you start still fun, but it's different, Instead,
for sure.
I remember when I was 16 and on Halloween, that was in '96. Me and my friends all got stoned, and then would hide behind a trash can in costumes and jump out and scare the shit out of the kids behind the house before we give them candy. It's just always been a fun holiday, and still fun now, because now I get to watch my daughter, get scared by the big animatronics and crap.
Right. Yeah, it's just changed. It's just different now. But
yeah,
everything's the world's different. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So
Oh, and
yeah, how's the mascot doing down there?
here's the mascot, everyone. Look how big he is, man.
What's up, Max?
What's up, Max? Say hi to everyone. Yes. He's a good dog and a bad dog and all that stuff all at once.
Because he's still a puppy.
Yeah.
He's going through the puppy phase.
But he's an extreme puppy, man. I've had puppies like this. This is not a puppy. This is like a goblin. Yeah. But he's good. You know, that's a typical cattle dog for you.
Yep.
But we're in the teething and chewing phase. So although he's gotten better at not chewing on my daughter so much, unless she teases him, never touches my wife. He wouldn't dare. He thinks I'm his chew toy.
Okay.
And that's all he wants to do is just kind of nuzzle up, and then like when he gets close, you think he's gonna lick your face, and out come the teeth. You're like, ah. Yeah. So even while you guys are seeing me talking to you right now, like he's trying to like eat my fingers. So,
right.
Yeah. I'll let him take a nibble just for the sake of keeping him quiet for the podcast as best as I can.
All righty then. Well, there you go. Taking one for the team.
And then, it's going to be like this.
There you go. We'll call you Lefty.
Yeah. So,
cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, when it comes to Halloween, knives are a part of Halloween, are they not?
I was thinking about that earlier today, and I didn't have a chance to really look up anything, but
we're gonna go off the fly, man.
Why are they part of Hollywood? Is it from Hollywood? Like the horror movies?
Yes.
Is that the only reason why knives are part of Halloween? I don't know. And if anybody knows in the comments, we got a few people here. Let us know.
It's always a kitchen knife. It's always.
But I think it's those damn kitchen knives. It's part of the movie Halloween. Yes. Yeah. So I think now we associate knives with the holiday Halloween. I guess it's a holiday. But I think it's Hollywood generated.
Yep. Like Mike Myers.
Right. And I didn't bring in a chef knife thing to show, but like, when I do like my Halloween pictures on Instagram and Facebook and all that stupid shit, right? Hey. I usually use this guy. Let me pull it back. So this is a butcher type knife that my father made somewhere, we're guessing 75, 80 years ago. And when he passed away, it was one of the things in the estate that we kind of found, and I grabbed it. So I don't know why I associate that one with Halloween necessarily, but again, it kind of goes back to the slasher movies and things like that.
Well, not to get really a thing though about it, but I mean, like, there is a certain type of blade you want to use when you're a slasher, right? Like, it's got to be big. It's gotta be able to hack through bone.
Yep. So your kitchen knife is really not the right knife for that.
Yeah, like you don't want to use like a little folding knife. That's not going to do much.
No, you want something big and menacing and kind of scary looking.
Yeah, the kind that when you pull it out, the violins come out and the scary music and
right. And I think my dad's kind of fits that. And then this one I have here from Big Knives sort of kind of fits that also.
Yes, it does. With the saw.
With the saw on the now these are actually hand sharpened. These are very sharp saw teeth that I have not tried to cut with yet, but I need to do a little video of some sawing of some wood. And it's actually sort of kind of comfortable to hold in that orientation. But this is just such
and it looks like it's a double row too.
Yeah, it's double row. Saw teeth.
That's cool.
I don't know, something about it. Like, it's so impractical for my lifestyle, but I had to have it. It's just so
I
cool.
think it's cool. Luck Knives said like a pizza cutter.
Yes, like a big old slasher pizza cutter. That might be a cool thing.
Yeah, like a pizza cutter.
But what do you guys think about knives on Halloween? Any of the group here, other than Luck with his pizza cutter comment?
Of course, a machete. That would be always a good one too, man.
Yes.
Slappers like machetes because they got reach. They're long.
Yes. Yeah, and you need some reach.
Yes. Especially if you're going to be revived by a lightning bolt like Jason on Friday the 13th. Then you need you need that.
Agreed. I'm not really into the horror slashy movies myself.
Yeah.
They're not my thing. I don't watch them, but I know.
Well, there's one that right now people are talking a lot about, and I haven't watched it, but everybody keeps talking about the movie Terrifier. That's one of those. He looks kind of like he's got a clown face, white with like black mouth and teeth. And
oh yeah, I've seen some memes and stuff with the Terrifier clown.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
so they say that movie is like bad.
No, I don't watch scary movies.
Sorry. See, I've been watching nothing but scary movies all month, but like I haven't been watching like ones like that. It's been like a lot of Stephen King's The Silver Bullet, and I watched like what was the other ones, like kind of 80s 90s stuff. Because I like those better. Yeah. I don't like it when they're gory, like over gory for no reason. I think it takes away from movies. There's some pretty bad ones like Chainsaw Massacre and The Devil's Rejects and stuff like that I would find that, some of the gore was more necessary, I guess, to kind of convey this type of story that they were doing. But those are movies that I've watched maybe once or twice, and I'm not interested in watching again. Good one. The Leprechaun. Leprechaun.
That would be a no to both of those.
Chucky as well. So Chucky actually
not my thing.
Stands out for me because I remember when Child's Play first came out. I was a little kid, and back then it was on the VHS, and when it first came out on VHS, my parents rented it. And the way what went down is that, excuse me 1 second, the dog's hey, what are you chewing on? Get that back. So basically, like Chucky was one of those things where my parents didn't come home till like 6:30 at night, but I got home from school at 3.
Yeah.
And I was given explicit instructions to not watch that. So what did I do?
You watched it.
At 3:30 when I got home, I got on the couch, popped that bad boy in. I watched it. And man, I didn't sleep good for a little while. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That one, Chucky got me pretty good. And then what cured Chucky for me is when Child's Play Part 2 came out, and it was so cheesy that at that point I didn't even care.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not into those movies at all. My girlfriend is not happy about that because I will not go and see the scary movies, and she wants to go see them because her kids won't watch them. Sorry, I'm not going. And we have a little bit of a rub about that particular topic, actually. So, yeah, that's just, no. Not my jam for sure, but that's okay. Like knives, there are movies for everybody, and there is a knife for everybody. If you don't like this type of a thing, maybe you will like this type of a thing. Little button lock, and we lost Alex. That's okay. This is the Raku I just got from Darren Thomas at Blade Show West. And I'm not even a button lock guy, but this does not feel like a button lock. So I have not done the full video on this yet, but it's a really cool knife. Napster Ninja says, Gremlins got me. I am a sci-fi person. My brother always watched horror movies. Ugh. Oh, Guri likes scary movies. The original Exorcist movies, Conjuring, The Shining. I've not seen any of those. I have watched a couple of. So if you think way back, probably around the Exorcist timeframe, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Anybody remember that one? I did watch that one as a kid, 10-ish, maybe. I don't remember when that exactly came out. But I did watch that one, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And I think I watched the first Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street. But that's it. I don't think I've watched the other ones. New Zealand Nick, how are you, sir? Thanks for popping in. Night of the Living Dead. Didn't watch it, but yeah. See? I can relate to your wife, Guri. Okay, I like her more already. New Zealand Nick, I've got 3 more knives of his to film, and then I can ship a ginormous box down to New Zealand because I've got 3 custom fixed blades that are like this big. Like, they're crazy. I don't know if the unboxing video has gone up yet or not. I think it has, but yes, Luck. All women love to watch the murder shows. I think they're secretly taking notes on how to get away with killing their husbands. I don't know. Just a weird theory I have. I don't know. But they're always watching Dexter and True Crime and all of those types of shows. I don't know. I mean, I watch a lot of Law and Order series. Law and Order, SVU, all of those. I do watch those, but yeah, I'm not taking notes. I don't know. It's kind of strange. All right, well, Alex may be back. He may not be. We'll see. But I will try to entertain you fine folks during this time. So, yeah. What other Halloween type things are you guys into? What's your Halloween traditions? Do you guys go and do trick-or-treating? Do you pass out candy? Do you not pass out candy? Are you like the get off my lawn like I am and leave the lights off and all of that? You guys tell me. Guri says, scary movie started with the show Goosebumps. The puppet was one that scared the hell out of me. Don't think I ever watched Goosebumps. Maybe, but I don't think I did. Ed, how are you, sir?
The dog pulled the cord out.
The dog pulled out the cord. Frickin' dogs, but that's okay.
He's out of the bedroom now, so
yeah, it's all good. We get it. So yeah, this is
trying to sabotage the show, man.
Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna persevere because even though we don't get a lot of views and we have pretty good interaction.
Yeah,
I think we have more interaction when we plan something better and we have good guests, but we're gonna just keep doing it regardless. For Alex and I, it's not about making money and doing the YouTube thing
hang out with y'all.
It's just to hang out, get a little personal, and things like that. If we want, I'm a pretty open book. I try to be pretty open on my videos and things like that. But yeah, this EDC hour is really just a time for us for me and Alex to get together, because we chat and text back and forth, but it really gives us a chance to be together and chat before the show and after the show, catch up on life a little bit. And it's a time for us to both be kind of open and transparent with any viewers that want to come in and ask questions. That's really what this is. And we bring in some guests and we talk about cool new stuff. Speaking of cool new stuff, I'm sure people saw me post this on Instagram. I did a YouTube short with this album.
That thing is straight out of a horror movie.
So this is out of a horror movie. It is a gravity knife that has a weird blade.
That is so cool.
What's interesting, and Alex thought it was two different knives. It's the same knife. It's convertible to a more practical looking blade.
That's so cool.
It's like magic.
It's like I want to buy one, even though I really don't want to buy one.
Dude, I am telling you, it is so cool. It is a gravity knife, so depending on your locale, it may or not be legal. I don't really care.
I don't care about
I am in a locale where probably not legal, but I don't really care. I think it's the coolest thing I've seen in a long time. This particular one is zirconium scales and gold anodized titanium bits. There is another version that is titanium scales, all stonewashed, no anodized.
Nick's asking how much.
Asks how much are they? The zirconium one is 2,500 USD. So that's what, like 6,000 New Zealand dollars, maybe? I don't know. It's a lot.
That
but the
does
titanium
look like something that would belong in Nick's collection, though.
It does belong in Nick's collection. The titanium version is 1,300 USD. So, and I don't think it's
that's probably more reasonable, I think.
And I don't think it's 6,000 New Zealand. I was being a little bit outrageous, but it's probably Nick's probably doing some calculations. I'm going to say 2,500 US is probably 4,000 New Zealand.
Yeah.
Nick can correct me in the comments. Lux says it's one of those knives that I would love to play with at a show, but not actually buy. Yeah, this thing, the zirconium one, this is the one from the show that they lent me. It's super loose, like not loose, but it's well worn and broken in. The titanium one was a brand new one, so it's not as smooth of action yet. It needs some breaking in love still. I don't know. I kind of really want to own one.
Yeah, I kind of want a titanium one.
I might have to talk to them instead of meeting them for lunch and giving it back or shipping it back. I might have to do something silly and buy one. I don't know. I was right. So it's 2,500 US is 4,200 New Zealand dollars. So the exchange rate, it's tough.
That's a nice, that's a nice piece right there. I like that thing. What do they call the model?
It is the Alchem, the AL-KHEM. Now, Mudson knives.
KHEM. Why would they call it something weird like that? Why would they call it the Gladys of the Sorcerers?
It's designed by Mudson Knives, and then Pokilo Blade makes them.
Pokilo?
Pokilo. Poikilo. So Napster Ninja says, we take our kids out. Our neighborhood isn't big on Halloween. Barely see any kids around. So they got to drive them. Guri says, try watching The Mentalist. It's one of my favorite crime series shows. I've seen commercials, but I haven't seen the show.
Yeah, it's not horror.
Ed says, horror movies don't do it for me. Love to watch them, but insanity and logic won't let me get scared by them. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I get that too, but it's more like the artistic expression of the director.
Oh, Ed wants to
Like
check
Army of
out.
Darkness is a good one that expresses a lot.
I think Ed wants to check out the Alchem and take pictures of it next to his Hellraiser puzzle. That would be fun.
Hellraiser puzzle box.
And Luck, because he is bored, says that's 904,000 Zimbabwe dollar.
I'll have to remember that next time I'm in Zimbabwe.
904,000 Zimbabwe. Wow. It's kind of like that. We have an office at my normal job in Bangalore, India. So they use rupees. And so, yeah, it's similar to the Zimbabwe dollar. I don't know the exact, right? But yeah, we get the proposals for work and stuff that I look at and I have to convert. I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot, but it's really not that much.
What about the peso, man?
Geez, it's probably 900,000 pesos also.
How many pesos is how many pesos is $2,500?
I don't know. Actually, you can now with anybody that's on an iPhone.
Yeah,
the calculator version, just the calculator app, now has a conversion that you can pick what dollar you want to convert. It converts a whole bunch of stuff. I think it converts like feet to meters and all that stuff too. Luck says the 80s movies were more comedic than anything. That being said, as ridiculous as Killer Clowns from Outer Space is, it scared me as a child.
Okay, so first of all, I hate clowns. Since I was a kid, I have a thing with clowns. I don't like clowns. And second of all, I don't like clowns at all, man. Like, don't come up to me like dressed in a clown suit because you'll get like punched in the face.
Yeah. All right, good to know. I'll leave my clown suit at home next time I come to visit.
Yeah, you should. And then that movie he mentions, The Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
That is a twisted movie. That is
I did not watch that one, so I can't comment.
So they're like basically like they look like these scary clown creatures, and they have like sharp teeth like a shark, and and basically what they do is they come to the planet and they grab people, put them in cocoons which are made of like cotton candy, and they put a straw inside, and there's people in there, and then they let them rot in there, and then when they're done, they put a straw in there, they suck the blood from
God. Yeah. No, I'm not watching that. Yeah, I'm glad I missed it.
It's an alien killer clown from outer space. Yeah, or a bunch of them. And
did anybody ever see Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Yes, that was kind of.
I mean, not really horror-ish, but kind of like, I don't know. I have watched that as a kid because we thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's got some cerebralness to it. Like, it makes you think, and
it was kind of weird and odd, but I liked the 80s action movies. That was my jam and still is, and I probably still watch 80s action movies a lot more than I should at my age, but hey, I listen to 80s music too still, so bite me.
Yep, me too.
That was my jam back in the day, so.
Nick says, Dirk, you should get into Cold Steel, or get the Cold Steel Luzon out.
He loaned me that. It's over in the other room. I'm not gonna get up and go get it, but that would have been a good one to get. Should have thought of that. Maybe I'll use that in some pictures for Halloween, because I probably won't ship these until November by the time I get through the fixed blades. The fixed blade videos, like the big giant fixed blade videos, are kind of tough for me. I kind of push them off a little bit. Those ones just came, so I'm not really behind on them. They literally just came the other day. But I had a kukri that I just filmed the other day that I've had for a couple months. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not as excited about a thing.
That's fair.
And so it takes me a little longer to film it. Plus, I talked about in the video, which you guys will watch. Maybe you'll watch, maybe you won't. But I had ideas of building something in the backyard, getting a big log, getting some wood, something, and doing, some outdoor chopping with this kukri, but that never came to fruition. So I just kind of said, screw it. I got to film it and ship it back to Chris up in Idaho, because he's in and out of the hospital. He's got kidney problem. Like he's on the kidney transplant list. He's got cancer. Like he's in a bad way physically. So I want to get it back to him, because he's never seen it. He literally ordered a custom kukri from Nepal and it came straight to me. So I want to get it back to him. Oh, Luck is going to make a Halloweenish knife this week. That would be cool.
Some orange glow in the dark G10 would be nice.
That would be cool. And then you have a special price for sale on actual Halloween.
And the blade's got to have like really like scary serration teeth in the back too. Yeah.
B Shady, what's up? When is Halloween? Like, I mean, I know it's on 31st, but what day of the week is that? Let me look over here. It's on a Thursday night. That's not super exciting.
Yeah.
It always sucks when it was kind of in the middle of the week, right? As a kid, you're like, damn,
Yeah.
But that's okay. It works. Like next Thursday, like it's a week away. Oh my gosh. This year has flown by. Like not this coming week. It's like a week and 10 or 12 days. But it's like, but
like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like 2 weeks. But yeah, this year has flown by. I got a lot going on this week. So I'm not going to make it to California. Who's going to California Custom Knife Show?
Yeah,
this time,
not me.
This time next week. Next Friday night is Friday Night Blade Affair. Saturday is the show. Sunday's the show. Anybody going? I am not going to make it this year. I have some family stuff coming up that I can't really talk about. It's nothing bad. It's all good. I'm just trying to be private about some family people doing some family stuff beforehand. Well, I don't know. Is it really a secret? No. My son's getting married. Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Not a secret. So we have festivities for that Friday night and Saturday. So I couldn't be in Southern California when he asked me what I was doing that weekend. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
family comes to the knife show, but that's okay.
And I got suckered into working on this weekend, so I'm not going to go.
Okay, Luck needs to go at some point, he says, but his next show will be Blade Texas, and you are getting a table at Blade Texas. Is that correct? Like you had at Blade West? I'm assuming he's getting a table. And he makes some cool stuff. If you guys have not checked out Luck Knives, you are missing out. He is a cool guy, number one, and I'm not just saying that because he's here, but he was very cool to hang out with, and he makes some cool chef knives. He makes some little EDC fixed blades. He's making just fixed blades right now, and he made some kind of chunky. I don't remember what he called them. Sorry. He sold a couple at the show. They look really cool. They were like 3/8 thick handles, and it was like it's like an integral fixed blade, right? The handle was the handle, and then you just ground it down to the blade. So it's kind of cool.
That's cool. Speaking of that,
Rock, I think that would be a good show for you to go as just a knife nerd. Don't get a table. Just come to the show in California, hang out, see people, talk to people, do that, and not worry about lugging your stuff and all that. That would be a good one. And yes, he will have a table at Blade Texas. So anybody in the Texas area or planning to go to Blade Texas, go hang out with Mike. He's a good guy.
Yep. And speaking of that, Blade stuff, Forge and Fire's back, man.
Oh, is it back on?
Mm-hmm. So if you guys are Forge and Fire fans and you haven't seen, it is back on the History Channel.
I got to check and see. That might be a channel that I don't get. When I moved, I went to YouTube TV, and I have to look and see if their History Channel is on YouTube TV or not. I don't know.
I would think it would be.
I am not sure. I know I lost. Oh, there was one channel for sure I lost, Lifetime TV. I remember that one I lost.
Oh,
History
no
Channel, I
more
don't know.
Hallmark movies.
Yeah, I know. It kind of depressing me in the Hallmark movies. So, and there was a couple of shows there that I did like to watch on Lifetime TV that we won't talk about here because you guys will make fun of me forever, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But I'll have to look
Desperate
at the History Channel.
Housewives.
So Forge and Fire is out now currently. Like it's already starting to air, or it's coming.
Yeah, like it's on the third episode's coming this week. They did like 2 episodes where it was
Jesse
doing
Hugh was on the last episode, and he has a good YouTube channel. Oh, I frankly don't know who that is, but I'll look.
So they have these guys that are like that are Forge and Fire champions that are beating or that are up against each other, I think, in the first round, and then the second round they go up against one of the like undefeated champions, which could either be like one of like 3 people. There's that Asian kid, I think is the one he's mentioning, that went through like he went through a gauntlet competition like a couple of years ago where he beat 8 people in a row. So he's one of them.
Okay.
And then also Ben, the judge, he's one of them. And then I forgot who the third one is, but like you go up against one of these 3 master like Forge and Fire champions in the last round. And so that's the thing they've been doing. It's pretty cool. I really liked it.
That's cool. There was a Forge and Fire champion at Blade Show West who also makes knives and whatnot. I did not get a chance to really talk to him. He was a friend of a different maker that I was talking to. And I did see his table over there, and his banner was like Forge and Fire champion season, whatever. But yeah, so, well, I'll have to look it up. Maybe I can find it on one of the streaming things that
if you have Amazon Prime, yeah, that's where I watch it.
Oh, I have Amazon Prime for sure.
Yeah, it's on there.
So I think I've saved like $3,000 in shipping this year. They keep telling me every time I buy something. I don't think it's really that much, but I did actually order. It still amazes me. I ordered something yesterday morning about 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and I had it yesterday afternoon by like 5:30, 6 o'clock. That doesn't normally happen here. Normally I'm on the 2-day thing, but that one said it could be here in the same day. I ordered it. Boom. It was there. I was like, what? Amazon is, the logistics of that is pretty amazing to me.
It is. And, you know, you can get a lot of stuff on that thing. Even if you feel like you're like, oh, I want a Spyderco PM2, you can go on Amazon and have it delivered to you tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty nuts. So I don't know. So I'll look up Forge and Fire there for sure if I can't find it on my YouTube TV. Yeah, it was just cheaper than the other service that I had before, DirecTV, and I didn't have to put a satellite dish on my new house because I didn't want to do that. So that's why I looked for different options.
Yeah, we didn't do any of that. Like we just got internet through Time Warner, but then we pay for it in the other way where we have like Hulu, Netflix, and then Amazon Prime. And then Amazon Prime, you can like have monthly subscriptions to channels. So like AMC is like $8 a month if you want it, and like sometimes AMC will include like all the Walking Dead stuff, and then maybe a couple other like sub channels that are attached to it, like how Disney has Star Wars and Marvel, and so they all have kind of like a thing there. So Prime is a good spot to look to.
That's okay, and yeah, you mentioned Walking Dead. Never watched that stuff either. Not my that kind of goes into the scary movie category for me.
It is. That's another.
And then there's like, and isn't there there's like several different Walking Deads now? Because isn't like Walking Dead something is like a different thing but similar? I couldn't keep track.
So
my youngest son is super big into it.
When Walking Dead first came out, I was huge into it. Like I watched every episode, I followed it and everything. And I think they lost me around, I think it was like season 4 or 5. I was like, I'm done. It's too much. It's like how many like episodes can I watch about a group of people trying to survive in a land full of zombies, and those zombies are kind of dumb, and then you
Yeah.
see them like one scene like they're barely like walking by them, and then the
Mhm.
next scene they get bitten, like it was like I'm like, but it's doesn't seem easy to get bitten. You guys just walk right by him in the other scene, and then now he's like they got you cornered, like oh my
Uh-huh.
god. So it just I don't know. And you're right, there's like it like broke off into like a couple of
Right.
the characters had their own sub shows.
Yeah,
But
that's what I kind of thought. Luck stopped watching it a while back too, but was thinking about picking it back up. And then
I thought that too, but I don't know, man.
Luck also commented that all the streaming apps together, you just end up paying more than same or more than cable. Like, which is true. Like, you have to pay for internet service no matter what, right? So that's however much you pay. I like $80 a month or whatever it is, and I got fiber straight to the house. So, but then you've got to get something: YouTube TV, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Amazon Prime, Apple TV. Like there's like a dozen different things. And then you got shows that are only on one, not the others. But you want to
Mhm.
watch that show. So you got to get that thing.
Mhm.
Or like me, I just get my girlfriend to come over. She logs into the Hulu on my TV. And then when she leaves, I get to watch Hulu now.
Nice.
Apple TV, same thing. You know. What are you gonna say?
I know. I know my parents use my some of my stuff too. But
Walking
then
Dead keep introducing more characters and killing them off, then repeat. Yeah.
yeah. Yep. Yep.
I
Like
wonder.
I said, the first
Yeah.
season was awesome, man. The first
Yeah.
season you're pretty blown away. Then the second season is like really good. Then the third and the fourth are like pretty good, but then you start this is starting to have like a pattern here.
Okay.
And then they start just whacking like main characters off one by one. And that's
Ah,
when I stopped watching it. I was like, okay, you guys are just like I don't know what's this is not the same show anymore. It's not the same characters.
right. Yeah, the
So
zombie thing never really appealed to me, just in general. But one movie I did like, I don't think this is a scary movie or horror movie, but World War Z.
yeah, that was a good one. That
That's
was
the
that
zombie one that I actually kind of like. And when I'm couch surfing and I see that come up, I usually will stop and watch that.
yeah.
I don't know.
I can go with that. How about I Am Legend? Did you like I Am Legend?
No, not really. That was
No.
with Will Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that wasn't my favorite. I mean, I didn't not like it, but it was okay.
Huh.
Guri just pulls up I Am Legend.
Yeah, I know. It's that ESP that goes through the airwaves. Everybody starts thinking the same thing. Also check the serial number against stolen database, stolen watch, confiscated. What?
I don't know. I don't know what Mark's talking about here. He's talking about stolen watches now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, on that topic, stolen watches, it's not exactly the same, but counterfeit knives have been a thing this week.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's always been a thing, don't get me wrong,
something happened this week.
but there was stuff this week, right? Somebody bought, and maybe it was last week, within the last, week or two, somebody bought, and it started for me. What I heard about first was somebody bought a Shark Nivco Ryu on eBay for $8,000 that
Hmm.
was totally fake.
Hmm.
So that was the first thing I heard about. And then I think the same day I heard about that one was Kurt Merrican posted a picture of a bunch of knockoff
Oh yeah.
ultimatums, I think they were. And basically he commented in his group or something that, hey, this this Chinese company, whatever, just finished my blade show or my California custom knife show layout because they just made all the knives. And then there was also a Lerman Hydra, as Luck says. I heard about that one as well. Like, so like I know it's
those are all big. Those are big money knives, though. All of them. They're not even like $3,000. They're like 8-10 grand minimum knives.
Right.
Why? How did that happen to like stuff at that level? Like, I don't know. Like, you could easily be like, it's a Benza, $400. Here you go, and then you get fucked, right? Or whatever, $800, something, I'm under $1,000. I get it, but something when you start getting to like that much money, I would have verified more.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of a word to the wise, and you know, but yeah, if you're spending $8,000 on a Ryu, that's about right. Like that's a decent price. It's not a screaming deal or nothing like that, but it was pretty obvious that it was fake because they used like flathead screw.
Oh yeah,
screws to hold the body together. But if you don't know, you don't know. Now I just sold, not this one, but I did just sell the other non-flipper flipper that I had. That wasn't mine. I was selling for a friend, but I did just sell it. And oops, misfire. But before the guy bought it, he asked if he could do a Zoom call with me. And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. You know, it's a little late, but how about tomorrow? Because it was like a Thursday at 9:00. We're messaging on Instagram or Facebook, whatever it was. And so the next day we got on a call. I spent like 40 minutes with the guy. No problem. Had a great conversation. He's also in Utah, Luck. He's in Salt Lake area. And so he asked a bunch of questions. And he's new to that brand, Stan Wilson. Didn't know what a non-flipper flipper was until I had posted about it on my channel and all of that. And he was diving into the deep end of the pool. Like that was, we were asking $9,000. Okay. We negotiated a little bit, but we were asking $9,000 at the time. 9,250 maybe. 9,250. And his most expensive knife that he had bought prior to that was like 1,400.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know much, which is totally cool. I was glad to talk with him. After we got off the phone, he was like, yeah, give me a day to think about it. I got to sleep on it. Hey, no problem, man. Like, I get it. And then we texted a little bit more. And then later that day, he did agree to buy it and he bought it. I'm shipping it out tomorrow overnight to Salt Lake. But take the time. If you're going to buy something at any price range, really, I know myself anyway, if I'm selling you something for $200 and you've got 100 questions, I'm going to answer your questions. If I'm selling you something for $9,000 and you've got 100 questions, I'm going to answer all your questions. So if somebody's selling something for 5, 6, 7 grand and they're not willing to do a Zoom or a FaceTime or a whatever type of video call with you, if you want, I would say no. There's no reason why somebody should not be able to do that when they're selling something like the price of a cheap used car.
Oh, Luck's asking me, did I?
Yeah, let's get to that.
PRX? You know, I haven't even bought a PRX, period. I get it. The watch is iconic now. Everybody loves the PRX. I like them too. What I don't like about the PRX is what actually makes it cool, which is the integrated bracelet.
Yeah.
Because you can't change it, you know? But I don't know. If
you guys are interested, my AD in Napa is a Tissot dealer, and he could probably hook you up.
If I ever get a PRX, it's going to be the one with the Valjoux movement, the chronograph, and that has actually gone in and out of my cart like a couple times, and I literally almost pressed buy, like the buy button. I ended up last time I did that, I had a couple extra bucks to buy some. I bought the Longines, which I love, by the way. But I almost bought that PRX right before I decided to go with the Longines. The Longines was a little more expensive, but I think it was a better buy.
Okay. Yeah, Longines makes some cool stuff. I almost bought a Longines a couple of years ago. Luck says the only reason he didn't buy one is because I kind of sort of ordered a different watch. Do tell? Or is it a secret? I have some secret projects right now too. I have secret project number 1 and secret project number 2. Secret project number 1 is shipping this week. I'll have it. Secret project number 2, I'm not sure about yet. I know that they're working on it, and you guys will all hear about them when they land. Mark down in Thailand says the Zenith Chronomaster Open Grand Date Moon and Sun Phase El Primero Rose Gold is my regular daily driver lately. I'm not a big Zenith guy, just in general, and I'm not really a chrono guy either, even though I did buy a Snoopy recently. I don't see me buying another chrono. Well, there's one other chrono that I do want. It's a gold moonshine watch, Omega Speedmaster in gold with the rubber strap and the gold deployment buckle. But that's $20-something thousand watch. I'm not ready to go there yet. No, it's 30. It's 30.
But if you're gonna pick a Zenith, that's the one that really actually
and a lot of people do say it's the best chrono mover. You're not the only person with that opinion. I don't have an opinion on that, but you are not the first person I've heard say that. I'm just not a fan of theirs in general. That's all. I mean, I have no reason. Doesn't appeal to me most of the time.
I do like how their chronographs, they put like different colors in the little chronometers as one of their signature things. I think that's kind of neat.
Yep.
Chronograph haters.
Yeah, kind of. Napster Ninja says that he sells stuff on Facebook Marketplace a lot. He always gets replies for half of what he's listening at it for. Yeah. You don't get what you don't try, right? If you don't ask for a cheap price, you're not going to get it. And somebody could be desperate. They've been trying to sell item XYZ. They've lowered the price 5 times, and they'll just take $50 for it. We don't care. We want it gone. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is also funny. Sold a few things. Most of the stuff doesn't sell. When I really need to get rid of something, I give it to my girlfriend, or I send her pictures, and she puts it in her free buy nothing. She's in a group where it's all free stuff, but you have to apply for the free thing, and you have to have a story as to why you want
it. That's kind of interesting.
And then the person giving it away kind of reads through the post and says, I think Johnny has the best story. I'll give it to him. It's also like a first come, first serve thing too. So it's kind of a weird thing, but she's gotten rid of most everything I've given her to give away for free. They've come and got it the next day. Crazy. Yeah. That's why you post the price high so that when people lowball you, you get the price you were actually looking for. And Mark says, welcome to Thailand. If you don't ask, you don't get it. Not talking about the women. Oh, boy. Yeah, we're going downhill now.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I would have been more prepared for this Halloween episode, because this is the last episode. Next time we're on will be right after Halloween, right? I think.
Yeah, I think so, which is fine. I think we're going to be on the 3rd, because we should be in the 2-week rotation right now.
Yep.
I know last one was like a month because, I was at Blazo West. Alex was sick last week and had a daughter sick and things like that. So we skipped. We try to be every other week. Now, speaking of next show, we're going to have a guest. And I want to ask you guys, is there a guest that you would like to see? Do you have the name of somebody you would like to have on the show?
Knife maker, YouTuber, doesn't matter. Homeless guy from down the street that makes knives underneath the bridge.
A watchmaker, a watch company guy. Like, we don't care. And we've got a list of ideas also. So don't get us wrong. But we also want to hear what you guys want to see and what you would want to spend some time talking to somebody about. So it just helps us. And if
I'm
you're watching
laughing.
this show later after we're live, comment down below who you might want to think and see. Yeah, listen to Leather Couch for free. So far, 1 tire kicker. Yep. It's crazy. And then you get the bots on Facebook, I think, or these people, hey, is it still available? And you're like, yeah, it is. You want to come and see it? And then you never hear from them again.
That's so funny, man.
Like, literally, I responded like 30 seconds later. I just happened to have my phone. You sent the message. I looked. I said, yep, it's still here. I'm in Napa. You want to come and see it? And then nothing. Never again did you hear a word. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? So strange. I guess
strange world we live in.
Yeah, even if you post something for free, they'll want you to deliver it or something. Yeah, dude, everybody wants something for nothing. Even when that's nothing, they want more. It's a strange world we live in. But I guess none of these people have any guest ideas that they want to talk to. So we're just going to pick one of our own. And you guys can't complain because nobody's commenting. So it's fine. I don't care. We'll pick some. We've got some makers that want to come.
Well, yeah, and plus you guys can reach out
to a YouTuber.
Anytime. Yeah.
So we'll come up with something.
And if one of you guys wants to jump on, let us know too, man. Oh, Dr.
Yeah, we need to do another one with just like viewer people. And we've done that a couple times before. But yeah, maybe we'll do that. Not this next time, maybe, but like maybe around the Thanksgiving time. We'll do that again. And we'll just open it up and we'll get like a couple people can just jump on for 5 minutes, ask a couple questions, and then they can jump off, somebody else can jump on. We could do
he put Luck Knives wrote Dr. Frankie, which I would actually love to have Frank on too, but I don't think Frank does anything with YouTube anymore. I see him on Facebook in the Gareth Bull forum once in a while or something, but I don't think he's doing YouTube anymore. Otherwise, I'd love to bug that guy and get him over here.
Craig Brown would be cool to have on.
Yeah. We can try Craig Brown.
Blades and Bullets, yes. I don't think I've talked to Eric about that, but I'm sure we could get Eric to come in. Anyone want a leather knife? Anyone want a leather couch for a knife trade? Your guest is looking mighty decent. What about Greg Schaub?
I'm not familiar with that one.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, leave a link or something, and we can take a peek.
John Sorensen.
Oh, John Sorensen from Rotten Design.
Oh, that might be a good one.
Actually, I've talked to John once in a while, so that actually might be a possibility. I'll ask him. I actually, with that regrind he did for me on my Benchmade, I went through.
Greg is from Sparrow Knives.
I went through a cardboard box with a
staple.
Yeah, it didn't chip it, but it rolled the edge a little. So I think I got to talk to John because I want him to resharpen it.
Oh, Luck Knives. Luck.
Oh my God.
I'm not even going to comment with everybody. If you can see the comments, great. I'm not even going to put that on the screen, but there is a reason why I have not asked either of them to come on the show because I don't want the drama. I don't want to put either of them in a weird position. So I haven't, and I'm really good friends with Mark. But I don't want to put them on the spot. Like I just see it being a potential maybe issue. I don't know. There's too much family drama.
I wouldn't think anymore, man. It's been such a long time. Who cares?
I don't know, but that's why I'm hesitant. And I don't want to have one of them on.
I mean, at least Mark. If Mark's the one you talk to more, anyways, right?
Yeah, Mark's the one I talk to more. We live close by each other, like an hour, 45 minutes away. So we do get to see each other quite often. So we might have Mark and Mattia on.
I'll see if I can talk Dirk into that.
And Mattia does the chef knives because Beg Knives has a line of chef knives now, and they're coming out with more. They announced some stuff at Blade West.
That's really a thing now, huh? Like chef knife?
Yeah. Rob says I'm going to have Andy from Pokilo. Yes, I did talk to him at lunch about coming on. We haven't finalized anything, but yeah, he is willing to come in and talk. The chef knife thing is a big thing. Now, Mattia came out with the first American-made Bowie chef knife. It's the first chef knife with the Bowie blade. And they're really cool knives. I've done videos on it. I own a couple. I bought one for me. I bought one for my kid. I bought one for my girlfriend. And they're really cool. So they're expanding that line now. They're going to have a set of, I think it's 5 knives, maybe 6. Like a 7 or 8 knife. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Sorry, Luck. That's just not. I can't. So I think it's 5 or 6 set knife set that's going to be on Kickstarter soon for like $200. Yeah, I don't even know what to say there.
I'm still laughing about that one, man.
I was waiting for somebody to make that comment. I could probably do that, and we'd probably get a lot of views, but there would be drama. I don't know if he would even agree, and I'm not sure I would agree because he don't like me, and one of the last rant videos he did was dedicated to me, but we're not even going to go there. Like, let's just move on. But yeah, chef knives is a big thing. I mean, Luck is doing a lot of chef knives these days. Maybe you can comment. Are you selling more chef knives or more of your EDC knives?
There's Red Horse Knife Works that makes chef knives, Zebra knives, right?
He's pretty much only gone to chef knives now. Red Horse Knife Works. They came up with the Serene company brand, and he's not really doing Red Horse stuff much anymore. It's all around Serene kitchen cutlery stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Well, it's probably like a way to bring in some cash, and because I think those are probably a lot easier to sell to not only like customers but like stores and stuff.
Because it's a much more mass market appeal. Because everybody needs a chef knife at their house. Not everybody's going to spend $300 to $400 or $500 on a chef knife, but like the Beg stuff, I think when they were selling just the one, it was like $189 or something like that, $179. So it was a little bit higher than going to like the store and get something at like, the kitchen supply store, but they were much nicer knives. So, and now if they've got a set of 5 knives for $200, well, that's great. Yeah. No, I think it's Rambo Adventures here. Chef knives much easier to make and is an underserved market currently. EDC is overcapacity at the present. I think that's totally you nailed it. And when they sell a chef knife, and that's why they're going more like Mark Vegas stuff is going more that way. It's a fixed blade. Like there's no warranty. I mean, there is a warranty, but nobody's sending their chef knife in for warranty necessarily because they didn't break it. It's not like a folder that the bearings get jacked up, the lock doesn't work anymore. Like there's no drama with a chef knife. Once it's sold and it's good, it's just good. When it's dull, yeah, maybe you could send it in, but that's about it. They sharpen it up, they send it back. The Barajas brothers have been on my mind. They're on my list. I have a list in my phone of potential guests. They are on there. Brian Ty was not on my list.
Brian Ty would be really hard, man, because Brian Ty, like I've heard other shows trying to get Brian Ty.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a social media kind of. I think he's more of a hermit up in Canada. So
Luck says the chef knives are not easier to make. They're kind of challenging. He goes, they're easier than a folder for sure, but in terms of fixed blades, they're probably the hardest. to make a good, flat, thin chef knife over a hunting type knife.
I actually think that it depends on your
I agree.
process, though. I think if you're making them by hand, then
Good
yeah,
result.
but
Yeah.
I think you can get like, damn, everybody wants a bunch of Canadians, man. Look at that, Peter
Yeah.
is empty.
Come on, eh? I can understand it, eh?
Yeah,
We can talk
yeah.
about stuff.
But a lot of people make chef knives too, like kind of like pre-water jetted and already like at a certain stock. So like you can make chef knives a lot easier for the mass produce, I would think.
Yeah, I think the mass produced market is easier.
Yeah,
For what Luck is doing himself, it's
probably
probably
not.
harder. I totally get it's harder than that.
Yeah,
Did we have Jason from VC Edge on at any point? Rob
yeah,
says.
I
Yes,
think
we
we
did.
did.
Yep.
Yeah, because remember I like got it live on the
Yep.
show, like first reaction to it.
Yep. Yeah, we had him on live.
Images.
He's got my two interfaces right now for Spa, and I don't know. He's been non-communicative lately to not just me but everybody, and he's way behind on the last pre-order. Like people are like, it's been a year and they're still waiting.
Oh wow.
And he's done another pre-order between delivering that first pre-order, and you know what I mean? So he's still delivering from the first pre-order. And there's another pre-order that he's not been delivering on yet. I guess there was some hiccup in the process and he's had to change his whole manufacturing process. And so he's behind and now starting to get back on track. I don't know. I will say that he's had mine in for Spa since early June. And here we are, almost November. So, yeah.
So see him next year.
So I'm not going to get back anytime soon, I guess. So that's fine. But whatever. It's fine.
Did I show the Guthrie last episode, or have I not showed that on this yet? I can't remember.
The new one?
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
Okay. Well, I did get one knife, and since I have it on the table, the Jason Guthrie, the wee Guthrie is what they call it, I guess.
The wee Guthrie? Okay.
Yeah. But it's modeled after like the kind of the Ranger, which was his first knife, similar to the Scout, just bigger. And I don't typically buy wee knives much anymore, but when Jason's design came out, I was kind of like, I had to see kind of what it was all about. And if you guys like Jason Guthrie knives like I do, you'll really like this thing. It's really nice. The blade finish is great. Like all the fitment is great. They added like a little bit of 3-dimension to like the it's a bolster lock too. It's all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is I could have done without this front flipper. It doesn't work well, and it's kind of stupid.
That's unfortunate.
It works, you can see, but I got to get my finger out of the way, because what tends to happen if you just roll it, you see, like you're just it's not like one of those you can just kind of roll, so it's just better to snap it. But this is supposed to be like a thumb disc kind of knife, So that's the only thing I don't really care for is the front flipper. But we did a really good job. I mean, all the fitment's really nice on this thing. So
and it was like what, $275?
Yeah, it was like basically $300.
$300 with tax and all that.
Yeah, $297 plus shipping. So and I felt like I got a good buy. Like I didn't feel like I got I got what I paid for, which was cool. What are they talking about in the chat?
Now, Sir Ninja, that's a good point too. So, like, as a guest, anyone from the manufacturing side, like who makes the blank, who makes the screws, etc., to kind of get that side of it, that's a good call.
Yeah,
like a supplier. I also want to get a retailer on at some point and talk about just how it is to sell all the different brands and how that's going. And what that looked like a year ago versus today and things like that. So, I mean, we've got
Well,
a
that would
lot of
be Gil.
ideas.
That would be Gil, man. You got to get Gil on.
Yeah, I keep talking to Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods, a big supporter of my channel. Been a personal friend of mine since before I started the channel. And then when I started the channel, he just kind of jumped on board and has sent me, I don't know, hundreds of dives to film and then send back. Because very few people actually send me stuff to keep. Like, it happens. I can't say it never happens, but it is nowhere near what people might think. 9 out of 10 times, I ship it back to them wherever it came from. So, which is fine. But yeah, so no, I've talked to Gil. He's not ready to come on yet, but I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it in a little while. But yeah, he'd be the guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're kind of wrapping up.
Yep.
Let you guys get back to your evenings. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Yep.
We do appreciate it. And I love the ideas here. All the suggestions of people and stuff, those were great. Some we thought about before, some we hadn't. So those are great.
Yep.
All right, guys. Come back in a couple of weeks. We will have a guest. We'll announce who the guest is a few days before, like we always do. And we'll have some more fun. Meanwhile, make sure you subscribe to Alex's channel. Make sure you're watching and subscribe to my channel because I'm close to that 10,000 mark. Like, very close now. And I'm starting to figure out what I'm going to do as a giveaway for my 10,000 subscribers. If I can pull off what I'm thinking, you guys are going to be, it's going to be good. That's probably going to be late at the end of the year. Like, I'm going to hit 10,000 before that, but I'm going to wait, and it's going to be a combined 10,000 subscriber, 5-year anniversary of YouTube. So it'll be kind of a dual giveaway at the end of the year, beginning of January, depending on what I can figure out with getting my plan together.
You're not going to want to miss it, guys. Very cool.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night, and we will see you next time.
I'll see you next time, Dirk.